With video doorbells becoming increasingly more popular into mid-2022, actually coming into late 22 at this point, it's hard to really determine which option may be best for you. I hope I can help at least a little bit with today's overview of this guy right here. This was sent in from a company called IMILAB, and they're a small offshoot from Xiaomi. So if you want to see whether or not this is the perfect video doorbell for you, just like it was for me, then stay tuned and learn more right after a word from today's video sponsor. If you guys are looking for an affordable Windows 10 key, then you need to do yourselves a favor and check out VIPSCDkey.com. Using the link within the description below, as well as the coupon code GG20, you will have yourselves a brand new Microsoft Windows 10 Pro OEM CD key for as little as $15.82. What are you waiting for? Use that link within the video description, and thank you, VIP SCD Key, for sponsoring today's video. Now, when IMILAB first contacted me to see whether or not I wanted to check out this video doorbell, I really did a lot of research myself to see whether or not it checked all of my boxes, and it turns out it absolutely did. So the very first thing that I want to talk about is the fact that this is completely 100% wireless and operates off of an internal battery. This battery in question is 5200 milliamps, and it's said to require only a charge once every 6 months. And so far, I've been using it for the better part of about a month and a half. I charged it to about 70%, and so far we're at about 50. So that looks to be lending fairly true. The sensor inside this camera as well is 2.5K. It's a 4 megapixel sensor, and I have to say the video output from this device is absolutely breathtaking. It handles high dynamic range exceptionally well. You can see in this example, we have the sky, we have the clouds, and we have my face all perfectly blended together to make sure that nothing's blown out and nothing is kind of out of sorts as far as determining exactly what's in the frame. Now, aside from the video capture when you press the doorbell, this does have human AI detection. For me personally, I actually have that turned off. This scene that you can see within the video, this is actually my side deck. This is our main door, and this is also the door that we use to let the dogs out to pee, as well as use the barbecue. So that AI detection was just sending me far too many notifications. I have all of that turned off. But if you're really looking to maximize the security of your home or apartment, you may in turn want to turn that on. Now, field of view is 150 degrees. It's more than wide enough, and there is some lens correction to make sure that nothing's completely blown out off to the sides. Now, when it comes to actually recording everything, the one other thing that I absolutely love about this little guy here is it does offer local storage, and it's local storage in the wireless chime that comes in the box. A lot of other units on the market may make you pay for cloud storage or may have an SD card slot on the camera itself, meaning if the camera gets stolen, the footage gets stolen too. So the fact that the SD card is locked safe and securely within my home is always an absolute plus. Now, one other thing that was very important to me when I was actually self-shopping for these guys was something that would weather the ailments. So it's very nice that IMILAB did include the IP66 rating within this video doorbell, meaning it's completely splash resistant. They just recommend, of course, that you don't submerge it directly in water. Now, of course, we went ahead and we took a look at the daytime image and we saw how great that was. But if you're worried about either nighttime visits or nighttime intrusions, rest assured this has you covered as well, because it does offer fantastic night vision. It has that IR camera that really allows it to capture great detail even in pitch darkness, which is something that, again, I absolutely appreciate. Now, if you're like me and you have the AI detection turned off, the nice thing is if somebody does press this button, it will give you an instant notification to any smartphones that you happen to have it connected to. It's also compatible with Google Assistant and Amazon Alexa as well. But when you get that notification, you're actually going to see a live and persistent video feed of whoever or whatever is outside in front of the doorbell. You can go ahead and either activate two-way video and two-way audio, so you can talk to that individual or to that creature if it happens to be a raccoon that knows exactly how to use a doorbell, or you can actually go ahead and sound an alarm. We're not going to do that in this video example because everybody in my house is home, but rest assured the speaker on the outside of the actual camera itself or of the doorbell is very loud, it's very clear, and that siren is definitely going to scare some people and hopefully deter them from entering your premises. Now, I want to take a quick second to walk you guys through the application here. So if you're interested in picking this up, you kind of know the ins and outs and everything it has to offer. So on the splash screen here, you're going to see any camera feeds that you happen to have, whether you have multiple doorbells or if you have any other security cameras from IMILAB. But we're going to go ahead, we're going to click on main door, and in here we have the events. So in the events, you can see here under all events, we can see everything. We can see people or person events if by chance you have that AI human detection enabled, or you have doorbell events, which will start recording the second that somebody actually presses that chime. From there, we're actually going to go ahead and we're going to hop into live, and here you're going to be able to see the complete outside experience for my home. So here is my back deck. We have 2.5K and we can in fact turn that down into SD. We can turn the audio on or off. We can in fact take a snapshot if by chance we do want to capture something from outside. We can take a video as well. So if by chance they didn't press the chime, you happen to hear somebody out there and it's not recording, you can actually choose to record this and it will record right onto your personal localized storage. And then from there, you can also have full screen mode if you want to see things a little bit closer. Other than that, if we close this out, you're going to have the two-way call option. You're also going to have that siren that we talked about. And if we go ahead and we enter the settings, we have the doorbell settings at the top. This is going to show us that battery percentage, power saver reminder. I love this because it will actually notify you at 50, 40, 30, 20, or 10%, depending on your preference, to go ahead and charge this guy here. Charge port is on the back of the camera itself, so you will have to dismantle it to charge it. And unfortunately, it's not USB-C. I would have loved to see that, but needless to say, or I guess regardless, you still have the opportunity to charge that 5200 milliamp battery on the inside to get yourself another 6 months of battery life. You can change the door chimes both on the inside on the receiver and on the outside, which is the doorbell itself. The volume adjustment, do not disturb mode. Now, lens distortion correction, because this offers a 150-degree wide angle, it can stretch some things out on the far side. So enabling that correction just means that things should look a little bit better, a little bit more presentable. You have your wide dynamic range on or off. I find there's no reason why you shouldn't have this on. It does such a great job with any sort of blowouts and just keeping everything level, so it's very easy to see. Back out of there, you have the night vision settings. So for me, I have it always on. So this is infrared black and white, which is fantastic. And then aside from that, if we go into home monitoring, we can have either 24-hour detection, you can have set time intervals as well. The detection mode, again, I have it off. You have the record immediately when it detects motion. You can detect motion only at certain times a day, which is super cool as well. Or like me, you can turn it off completely. Now, the video clip length in here, I have it set to auto, so it will go up to 60 seconds if by chance somebody hits the chime, but you can choose custom as well and set that accordingly. If we back out of here, you have the re-trigger interval, the detection sensitivity. That I don't worry about because I have detection turned off. And then you do have your activity zone detection. Now, just a second, I have to clear my throat. Now, one thing that I really like in here as well is you can actually have the surveillance alarm go off if by chance it's at certain times of day, which I think is really cool. Nobody should be in front of or ringing your doorbell, especially if you're in like a rural area where it's not a street facing door. So having that little peace of mind where you don't have to trigger it is fantastic as well. And then you have the notification settings. Now, again, I have the human detection turned off, but if it was on, you can choose whether or not that's going to push to your device. And then ring and call event push is if somebody actually engages the doorbell. Other than that, we're going to back out of here and SD card video. So here's where it's actually going to go ahead and record all of those events for you. I just recently formatted my memory card, but I do have a 64 gigabyte SanDisk card in there. I went ahead and I just removed everything off there because I didn't want to show anybody else mail carriers or anything in this video, but this is where you would see all of those events. And then from there, you can also take a look at the signal test. Now, one thing that I've seen in some coverage, and I'm replicating that as well, is it's gonna first show no signal, but then after about 10 seconds, you're gonna see whether or not your signal's good enough based on where you've put the receiver and where you've put the doorbell. And micro SD card, it'll tell you exactly how full it is. Mine's a 64 gig. Also, it does have to be EXFAT or FAT32. NTSC will not work. Device name, whether or not you want to set a custom curated name on that. Checking for updates, shared devices, and help and feedback. So that's just kind of an overview of the application itself. So let's go ahead and let's talk about some end conclusions. So would I recommend the IMILAB wireless doorbell? Absolutely. The video quality is fantastic. The price is right as well compared to other solutions on the market. I've seen some that are incredibly expensive. I've seen other ones that need constant power or need a C-wire. This one here, really, again, it checked all the boxes for me. So actually, I was really lucky that they reached out. They didn't sponsor this video. They didn't pay for any opinions or anything like that. They just wanted me to check it out and kind of use it for a little bit of time and share some overall conclusions, which I guess is exactly what we're doing here. So if you think that this video doorbell may be right for you as well, go ahead and use the link in the video description. It's not an affiliate link or anything like that, but if you want to learn more, go ahead and click on it. And if there's anything in the future that you want me to cover, then leave that in the comments and I'll try my best to take a look. Until my next video, guys, my name is Quasy Dog. You guys have been awesome, and we'll catch you all in my next one. Take care.